have been studying Stoicism for about 3 years now, and out of those thousands of lessons that this philosophy offers, there's one lesson that you cannot afford to ignore. I won't be exaggerating if I say that this one lesson can literally change your entire life if only you're willing to dedicate about 10 minutes of your time and full attention to this video. Listen, this is the exact same lesson that, once implemented, allowed me to really change my life, enter my peak performance stage and escape the cycle of constantly failing and feeling stuck, and finally get back on the right track with my life. From the day when I implemented this one simple lesson, literally everything changed, my entire life changed, and I realized so many things. If you want to learn how to stop quitting, how to push through the darkest times, and finally experience this wholesome feeling that comes when something that you're working on so hard finally works out, finally brings you results, and all of that thanks to one mindset shift, you definitely want to watch this video. So let's dive right into it. So the lesson that I'm talking about is that you need to start focusing on things that you can control. You need to stop caring about the things that are outside of your control. And now, before you say that it's so easy and like it's basic logic, I want you to realize how many people, even though they heard that many times, probably, maybe in a different form, but still, they heard that advice already, they still don't know how to implement it into your life. I want you to realize that if you do focus on the things that are outside of your control, so for example, your train being late, other people being mean to you, the views you get, the traffic jam that you're stuck in, or maybe even the weather, if you focus on those things, it will be hard for you to achieve anything, because you will be just like a leaf that is flowing directionless wherever the wind takes it. And as I said, it is not hard, it is pretty much logical. It doesn't really make sense to feel frustrated, feel angry when your train is late, because you cannot physically control that. Like, how are you supposed to change it? Just don't care about it, right? It is kind of logical, but as I said, many people don't know how to implement this advice, and so that is what I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm going to show you how to implement this advice so that you can change your life. So what I want you to do right now is, let's do a mental exercise. Try to think about one project that you quit in the past. Like, if you think about it, I would say that 90% of the times you quit because you focused on things that are outside of your control. Even though you probably just agreed with me that this advice of, focusing only on the things that are in your control is logical. Now, I want to share with you one secret. I have been there myself. I have quit so many projects in my life only because, like, even though I knew that, for example, I cannot control the weather, I cannot control other people and the way they talk to me, even though I thought that those are just the basics, I still fell into this trap of focusing on the things that were beyond my control. And so what I mean by that, why I'm telling you that, is because I quit every single project because, for example, I was focusing on the amount of views that I was getting. I was focusing on the amount of sales that I was making, and most of the times it was zero. I was focusing on the amount of people that were visiting my blog. I was focusing on the amount of muscle that I was able to grow. And if you think about it, those are the things that you cannot really control. That's the first thing. But also, those are the results that you need to wait for. If you start posting on YouTube, if you start writing blog posts, if you start working out, it doesn't really mean that it will take you like 3 months to see like decent results, because you are probably expecting to achieve something great, like actually great, right? To get to a couple of thousands of subscribers, to get to like a couple of thousands of monthly visitors, to really build a nice physique and actually see the change inside of your body and outside of your body, right? You are probably expecting those things, and you know that it will take time. You know that you have to put in the work in order to get those things, right? And at the same time, instead of focusing on the thing that you can control, which is putting in the work, you are focusing on the wrong stuff, on the stuff that you cannot control, that is beyond your control. So that will be views, that will be the muscle gain, that will be the blog visitors, that will be sales, as I already said. So in order to implement this advice, what you need to do is, instead of checking your statistics every single time and like measuring your bicep if it even grow by like 0.1 centimeter, you need to detach yourself completely from those results. I mean, obviously, keep in mind this great goal, your end destination that you are going towards, but stop caring about how many people watch your content, stop caring about how much muscles you gain, because you cannot directly control those things. The truth is that you can spend literally 11 hours, and that's something that happened to me. You can spend 11 hours producing one video, and at the end of the day, what will happen is this video will literally gain like maybe 20 views. Like, as I said, literally it happened to me. Even though I spent like 11 hours scripting that video, making sure that I used every single psychology trick and all the other tactics that every single YouTuber is telling you to do in your videos, I still ended up getting just about 20 views after like 2 weeks of that video being live. So at the end of the day, it simply shows that you cannot control the things that you're probably looking at right now when deciding if this project is successful or not. What you need to do instead is you need to think about what is the thing that actually moves the needle, what is the work that I'm putting in order to see some kind of results. So maybe you're recording YouTube videos, maybe you're working out, maybe you're writing those blogs, maybe you're publishing designs in your print-on-demand store. But those are all the things that I did myself, right? But every single time I quit that project, not because I was not seeing results, like at the end of the day I did see some results, right? But because I was focusing on them. Those were the indicators of success for me. Instead of appreciating the fact that I have been uploading 50 designs every single day to my print-on-demand store, I still felt frustrated. I still ended up being angry at myself because I was not getting sales from that. But imagine what would happen if instead of focusing on those sales, I would actually take time to appreciate that, I just uploaded 50 designs to my store. What would be if instead of focusing on the amount of people that saw my store, I focused on the amount of designs that I have, because I could actually control that. I could decide that, okay, today I'm going to post those 50 designs and I'm going to do that for the next 1,000 days. I would be literally able to do that. I would be able to sit down and for 1,000 days upload 50 designs. Do you realize how many designs I would upload by this time? Do you realize how many opportunities I would give myself if only I would focus on the things that were inside of my control? Do you realize where I could be if instead of focusing on those things beyond my control, I would instead focus on getting better, which I can control, on putting in even more work, which I can control, on doing more, on learning more, on improving every single time, on testing more, which I can control? Do you realize how powerful that would be, where I would be right now? That is why I'm recording this video, because I want you to understand this one simple mindset shift, to focus on the things that are inside of your control. Focus on them, focus on more inputs from you, focus on better inputs from your side, and you will see results. That's all from me for this video. I hope you found value in it. If that's the case, you can like this video, you can subscribe to my channel if you are new here. You can check out all of the links in the description, and you can also let me know if you enjoy this new type of content, because I'm obviously trying to test different things. So just let me know if you enjoy this type of content, if you find it more valuable, maybe it's easier for you to listen to me, maybe it's more engaging. Let me know in the comments. I will highly appreciate that. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, and as always, keep pushing.